what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel! Today I'm gonna talk about a made-up term that myself have made up called the Korean dream. I don't know if you have heard of the term the American dream, but it's basically a term indicating that anyone from America, no matter who they are, no matter what their background is, they can all become successful in something. And this is something Americans are so proud of, and something that the whole world knows about, basically. But now it's time to invent the new term, the Korean dream. What fascinates me about Korea, their ability to work hard together as a unit and really aim for the highest goal. No matter what state or situation or what background they have. You see, we have a saying in Sweden and translate into we dig where we stand, which basically means that we have to start where we are, and as long as we keep trying to go further, it's okay. That it means that we shouldn't get disappointed if we don't get to the goal that we aim for. We're doing the best we can. If you compare that to the American dream and this, what I'm gonna present to you, the Korean dream, it makes me feel pathetic. Because Koreans has taken this saying to a whole another level. You Koreans are basically saying we dig where we stand, like we Swedish people do, and we're still gonna aim for the highest goal. We're gonna get there no matter what. And if we get there and we still go down to nothing again, we're still gonna try our best to get back up to the top again. There's so many examples in Korean history where this has happened. For example, that Korea recovered from the IMF in the shortest period of time in history. And Korea is the fastest developed country when it's about going from the poor to the rich. There's a bunch of examples like this where Koreans has gone from the absolute bottom back to the absolute top, and then back to the bottom again, and then back to the top. I mean, that's so inspirational to me. What is up with the Korean mindset to have a ability to never give up? Who other people or country or whatever has that willpower to fight back like that? There's a spirit to Korean people to never give up. In Sweden, we also have another term called jantelagen, which basically means that you should look down on the ones who are more successful than you and make them think that they are not special. It's not as common anymore, but it's still something that we Swedish people have in the back of our head. It's something that we have voices in our head saying that we shouldn't think too high of ourselves. And maybe that's why Korea is so fascinating to me. And at the same time, we're also really jealous with people who can think that high of themselves and aim to reach the highest goal. And to hear all these stories where Korea has gone from the absolute rock bottom to the absolute top to reach the stars is so fascinating. But this is very similar to the American dream. But when you are at the absolute top, then it has been in Korean history where Korea has actually gone down to the very rock bottom again, still being able to go back up to the stars and the highest goal. I mean, can you understand how fascinating that is? Koreans are known for being basically the hardest working country in the world. And we Western people have a lot of inspirational, or we look for inspiration in YouTube videos or in TED Talks or in the radio show where they interview someone who is supposed to be an inspirational influence to us. Like an entrepreneur who has gone from nothing into something, even everything. There's never a person who has gone from nothing to everything, back to nothing again, and then back to everything again. But Korea has. Maybe this is, like I said before, a little bit hard to understand for Koreans, but for the Western mindset, to hear and learn about all these things makes us feel so spoiled and pathetic, and at the same time so inspired. So before, the term that we get inspiration from, we Western people, it was the American dream. But the term that instead should be used is the Korean dream, where you're always ready to pick yourself up again if you have reached your highest goal or the stars and then lost everything and gone back to nothing. It's like Koreans are walking around with some kind of armor all the time. And I know, or I understand that this has to be a burden sometimes for you. Maybe Koreans can't really feel safe as much as we Western people maybe can do. And you guys, you Koreans, deserve all the best. The Korean dream should be the new inspirational term that we should use from now on. Because in today's society, it's more easier to get seen and to be heard. But at the same time, it's even more easier to not be seen or not be heard. Because so many nowadays can be seen and can be heard. So even though you think you have reached something that makes you being seen or being heard or getting attention or reaching a goal, there's always like a backlash waiting right next to you. You have to be ready for and to fight back. And that's what the Korean dream is all about. Going from nothing into everything. Ready to fight back if it goes down to nothing again, so that we eventually can reach everything once again. The Korean dream. So inspiring, right? I'll see you in the next video. Bye.